Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Can y'all believe that it is November already? Today we're going to be doing an October roundup for all the things that I wore in October. So I hope that sounds good, and if it does, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm just peachy. Real fast, because somebody asked me at work, these are not Christmas earrings. When did Christmas move to November 1st? I am just, Mariah Carey was out there talking about it's time. I'm like, are we serious? We just don't care about the harvest anymore. We're just advancing time, and I'm not here for it. So no, Hungry Caterpillar all the way. Just so y'all know, I am pretty much a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. Anyway, let me know how you're doing. If you're new here, my name is Kara. I like to share my life through makeup. So I do hope that you'll stick around because we talk about everything. And today, as I said, we're talking about what I wore during the month of October. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't knock anything over because, oh, this is, woo, it's heavier than I thought. Okay, got my little box here. Oh my God! It fell over anyway. I really need a wireless mic. It's just too much.
Are you okay?
Yes.
We both can.
Oh my gosh, I'm okay, y'all. My camera just fell. What's new?
False alarm.
False alarm. Oh my God. Y'all are so great. We're gonna start with lips and then we get to the eyeshadows at the end. I have this really fun one from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Destroy. This one is from, I'm not sure which collection this is from. I was gonna say Dreamer, but I'm really not sure. Anyway, I wore this just for fun. I think it was with the Danessa Myricks, those blue shades within the Freedom palette. I really like this matte lip formula. It's not overly drying. I've been wearing their matte lip formulas for a while, and I think it's really nice. And every so often I like a dead lip color. So that's what that gave me at the time. We have a ColourPop lippy stick. I have a ton of these, and these are just always tried and true. This is the shade Cookie. Just like a nice little nude color. Really easy to wear. And you know what? I think ColourPop just used to get on my nerves because they came out with so many collections, but now that they have seemed to slow down, I really appreciate a lot of the products that I have from ColourPop. But when they were coming out with stuff all the time, I just was just not, I don't know, it just didn't motivate me to wear my ColourPop products. So I have been wearing a lot more of my ColourPop lately. I've always worn the lip liners, but some of the other things I've been starting to bring out. Ooh, from MAC. Okay, so MAC had, well, Ulta had a sale, and all of their matte lipsticks, MAC lipsticks, I believe were $10. This is the shade Twig Twist. Really cute mauve-y shade. Like I needed another shade this color. But yeah, this one's cute. This one's a matte, so really nice. Hadn't bought anything from MAC in a long time, so I did take the opportunity to purchase those lipsticks. We have one here from Patricia. This is her matte formula, and this is the shade Nude Cabaret. Another mauve shade that I always like to wear. Got a lip gloss here from Lisa Eldridge, and this is in the shade Cinnabar, one of my favorite shades from Lisa Eldridge. Nice and juicy. Can y'all tell I'm just trying to hurry up and get through it? Because I want to talk about eyeshadows. Oh, I like this one here. This one is from Suku. I'm not sure of the name of this one. Let me see, because it's a refillable one. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's called Moisture Glaze, but I'm not sure what the name is. Well, that's sad. Oh no, that's not in English. Okay, this is the shade though. I like this because it's almost like a gray kind of undertone, like a mauve kind of gray. Doesn't look like it in the camera, but it really is. It's making me mad. Like, y'all just not gonna put the name on here. Just can't get everything you want. I've got 3 liners from the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot collection. First we have Messy Mahogany. Now that's kind of a neutral, but I noticed these look a little bit cool. We also have Optimistic Oak. and Witty Walnut. And these are a nice formula. They're not too creamy, but they're not too dry. This is a lippy from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is in the shade Jump. That's really pretty. Another mauvey, almost purpley shade. Two from my girl No Music. I love these things. I wear these things probably most of the week. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick. We have the shade Riri. And this one is Glazed Donut. Is it Glazed Donut? Blazed Donut. I love these things. Like, these are probably one of the best things I bought this year. Last but not least, okay, that's not even it. This is from Melt Cosmetics. This is the shade Mum. Love this. Here it is. And the last thing that I wanted to share, where is it? It's the Welcome to Dairy lipstick. I'll have to pop up a picture with me wearing it because it's not in here, which means it's, I don't know where it is. But I really do enjoy that metallic red sometimes. And it went with my Where's Waldo costume for Halloween. Thought it was great. And I thought it was great to go in the collection. And did you see the sneak peek? I have been waiting for Edward Scissorhands from Melt for years. We're finally getting it. So we'll have to talk about that and new makeup releases. Oh, and lastly, let's talk about Huda Beauty Faux Filter Gloss. This is in the shade Foxy. I love this one. And I also wore the lip gloss. I think it's called Peachy or Peachy Nude or something like that. But I left that at the barber shop. The barber's saving it for me though. I'll get it tomorrow. All right, that's it for lips. Let's talk about cheeks next. We have the Lotus palette from Hourglass. And with this, I just did a whole face look, quick face look. I just thought it was really great for that. Eyes, cheeks, highlight, all that good stuff. Bronzer. I think they did a really good job on this palette. And I do think as far as depth, this is better than the Fox palette from this year's holiday release. Ooh, okay. I don't know, and I didn't like do a best of for 2024, but if I did, these would have been in that best of blushes. I think these were probably the best blushes that came out last year. These are the NYX Buttermelt blushes, and I do wear these very often. This is Soft Mauve. This one is All the Butter. And that's a really unique shade for my collection. Then we have You Know Butter. So let me give you a little swatch. This one almost reminds me of like a Orgasm NARS blush. Here's that purple one. And these are very, very buildable, very creamy blushes. And I think they're like $10. You just cannot go wrong. NYX has a lot of good products as well. So those are very good, still going strong. Another tried and true blush, or a couple of them that are still going strong, are my Melt Cream blushes. I think I just used 2 this month. Oh, nope, 3. I was looking for Sandy Cheeks, which I'm sure is this one. Yep. Sandy Cheeks. I even like putting this one under the eyes sometimes, just to give that like peachy kind of flush under the eye. We have Cali Dream. And then we have Polish. This one has like a gold kind of a shimmer in it. Really pretty blushes. I've had those forever at this point. We also have a French Rosette from House Labs. Another really cute blush color. Think could work for a lot of people. Buildable blushes, beautiful gowns. From No Music, this is my baby Baking Cakes. It's one of my favorite blushes too. And they call this like the suede blushes. Really, really creamy blush. And you can see it right there. It's kind of like one of those leaning towards like those brownie nude blush shades, which are fantastic. We have the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Believe, which I believe this will last me for my whole life, because like one dot of this and that's really all we need in life. She has a new shade out. It's called Resilience, and I really want it. I'm trying to like not get it just because they are so pigmented, and I'm certain I probably do have the color. We also have the shade Worth, but that Resilience shade that's out now, the new one, it's like a chestnut and it's really pretty. Let me know if you have it. I'm trying not to have it. Lunar Beauty Cream Blush in Bloom Bella. All these liquid blushes I know I do not need because they're so pigmented and I don't want them to go bad on me. And I have one more blush, which is this one from YSL. This is in the shade Fuchsia Fling. This is another, actually all of my cream blushes are all of my liquid blushes are just super pigmented. So very happy with the performance on all of those. Actually on everything that I've talked about so far. All right, we need to find some more room here. Are we on? Oh my gosh, we're already on eyes. As far as base products, they're the same. The Dior foundation stick and bronzer stick. So it's just really nothing new there. The Huda Beauty powder. No new mascaras. I think I'm maybe finished the Dior over volume over curl mascara. And I'm not gonna repurchase that in the moment. I would, but I have a Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. I have a mini of the Tower 28. And my sister, coincidentally, like 5 minutes, just sent me a like Sephora reel of the Tower 28 Serum Lash Boosting Mascara. And I really want to try that because I stopped using my Grande Lash because it said that the formula has prostaglandins in there, which can cause some darkness on the eye. And it can also make you lose your orbital fat, which I don't know, but I feel like I need my fat, at least my orbital fat. There's fat I don't need, but you know, I don't think the prostaglandins will help me lose that. So anyway, let's talk about the eyes. We're gonna start with 3 of the cream gel eyeliners from Melt. Now this first one is from the Welcome to Dairy collection. It's in the shade Clown. And I'm not gonna swatch this because I don't want to taint it. But I did do a look with this. If you've seen my Melt video, I did a look that I really enjoyed using this for. I also have this shade Ember Hour. Now this came with the 12th hour stack, which we'll talk about. And I didn't use this too much, but I did try it out all over the lid. I did lid swatches in that video in case you're interested in that collection. And then I also have the shade Penny, which I did use this. This didn't come with the collection. It's just one that I had. And I did use it with a look I did on a short for the Welcome to Dairy collection. I really like these because you get a lot of product. Now I had like one dry up on me. I believe it was from the Amore Mary Posas collection. But the rest of them, the last time I checked, were still, you know, going strong. And I'm wondering if they look a little dry, could you use like some Duraline or something like that to, you know, bring it back to life? Not saying you want to do that, but I do know that I keep these way longer than the shelf life. So sometimes you may have to do some finesse as long as it smells good and, you know, it looks okay. So, I mean, that's what I do. I'm not telling anybody else to do that. Now let's get into the palettes. Oh, is this a blush? One more blush, y'all. Ooh, Patricia. Paradise Glow. This is one of my favorites. So yeah. Oh, is this another blush? Oh, we have 2 blushes. Patricia, sneaking up in here. Nude Venus. I don't know why I didn't see those. Classics. Those are classics. I remember when Pat McGrath came out with her blush line. Everybody was so pumped. I was pumped too. So let's stay on the Patricia train. I really like this palette. I think I like this palette more than I thought. I like that it's small and petite. I talked about this in last month's roundup, I'm sure. But I am wearing one of the shades now because I was just touching up my eyeshadow. So I just put on this shade right here, which is called Platinum Bronze. And what I like about this is the Italian formula, but it's the formula that she came out with the quads a few years back. They're very, very creamy shades. They almost feel wet. They're not flaky. They're not going to give you a bunch of fallout. And I think that the shades that are chosen for this palette are very complimentary for people who like color and people who like neutrals. So I think everyone could find something that they like in this palette. And if you just pair it with a brown matte, I think you could use any of these colors with it to enhance it and just give you like a really put together glamorous look. I'm really into the ease of the shadows where like I'm not saying fallout, I really care about it, but most of the time when I do my makeup, I'm on my way to work. So I don't really have time to do all that. I have my face done 100% of the time when I sit down to do my makeup. So I like being able to just maybe pick a shade and tap it on. These are really good for one and dones. You don't even really need a matte with it at all. So I think this was a really nice holiday palette. I think if you're going to a Christmas party, this will look great. New Year's Eve, but also daily. Good job, Patricia. And the quality of the palette and the packaging, it gives you that luxury experience, and it's travel friendly for my people who are traveling. So that was a great release. We have the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot. I think this might be one of my favorite palettes of the year. I just really love this earthy color story. It's giving like the 70s type vibe, but the shimmers are very smooth and very sparkly. I did do a video on this palette if you want to see all the swatches, and the same with Pat McGrath. I didn't really do a looks video with the Pat McGrath palette, but I did individual eye swatches, which I kind of think were a bit more helpful because I just think the looks, they're just so effortless. So I think the eye swatches were a lot more helpful with that palette. But this one, I just think that Angie did a really great job choosing shades for this, and I just like the theme Paisley Hoot. I think it's great, and this is a palette that I could see myself using all year. I mean, it's definitely giving me more spring and fall vibes if I had to pick a season, but I could wear this color story all year round. I really love like the earthy color story, so I really think she did an excellent job with that, and that this one is going to be appealing to many people, and the price was appealing as well. I believe this palette was $45. Now, one palette I have not done a video with, I've only done a short with it, is the Adept Cosmetics RH Null palette. I absolutely love the colors of this palette. I did swatch it, so the quality of the shimmers are great. They're not thick, they're just beautiful. There are some like hollows in here, but overall I think this was a great palette. And what I love about this palette, I think the most, is that I like all of the mattes in this one. I always like Adept shimmers, but I don't always like the matte choices, and sometimes wish that there were some neutrals or just what we have here. I love the grungies, but then sometimes it'll be like light pink one or something, or a bright purple one, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna use that. But I would use all of the mattes in this palette, so I still want to do a long form video on this palette if you're interested, because I know there are a lot of reviews up. But if you're looking for a look inspiration, or you're thinking about possibly Black Friday, which I cannot believe is coming around in a few weeks, then I will do a long form video so you can see some looks. But that palette is a really beautiful one. Now another Danessa is like killing the game, okay? I don't even know what to say, but this is the Lightwork Freedom palette number 7. You know, I'm gonna gravitate more so to these two palettes, but just the innovation with all of this makes it worth having. This is so creative, and I think it appeals to people that like neutrals. I think this appeals to people who like to customize. So if you have last year's and this year's, I mean, you have endless looks with this palette. And I don't even think I did any looks like crossing the different color stories, but I think that she did an awesome job with this palette. The formulas are great. We have a variety of formulas. And again, I think having the mattes in here for our makeup lovers who don't want to pull in something else and just want to do complete looks, you're getting that with this year's palette versus last year's, unless you're just going to do an all shimmer look. And of course, the innovation, being able to take this off and put it in a stack and then put it in this bag. I mean, she's really done something new, and it's hard, I think, to be innovative. You know, we were at a point in makeup where, you know, like duochromes and multi-chromes and holochrome, like all of those things were new. We were seeing new color stories, and now I think it's a lot harder. A lot of things have already been done. So I think it's really cool when a brand is coming out with something that is mind-blowing. It's completely new, nothing that we've seen before. So I was really, I'm really happy to own that one. I have next the Melt It Welcome to Dairy palette. And again, Melt always does like really great collabs. This is not my favorite palette. I cannot tell you the next time I'm gonna wear it. Performance-wise, it was fantastic. It's just looks-wise, this is just kind of random. It's not my color story. I understand the color story, but it's not my color story. But it was fun to play around with. I also want to share that I started the first episode of Welcome to Dairy, and it was very odd. The first 30 minutes, I was just, I don't know the word because it wasn't scary. It was just, I don't know. I really don't even know what to say. If you watched it though, let me know. I don't know what any of it had to do with it and Pennywise. Like that part where they were riding in the car. It was a lot going on. That's all I can say. Somebody let me know. I know one of y'all have watched it and I couldn't even get through it. I was like, I had to take a break. I was watching it and I had my phone. I was like in the shower and I was just like, I don't really think this is what I want to do right now. I do want to do that Edward Scissorhands though. All right, last but not least, oh, this is short. We're going to wrap it on up with the 12th hour stack. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite things that I've bought this year. Hands down. This is my first Melt stack, and I would have to say Melt is probably a favorite brand of mine. And y'all probably already knew that. Like, Kara, we know. But people don't really talk about Melt like that. They really don't. But y'all better be talking about this Edward Scissorhands, because it's going to be all that. Let me stop talking before it's not. No, it is, though. I know it is. You know why? Because they have a mirror.
A mirror?
A mirror. Because I wanted them to have an it mirror and they didn't. But they got the Edward Scissorhands mirror, and guess who's getting it? This girl. Yep.
This girl named Kara Chambers. It looks like a chamber.
All right. That's it, y'all. Those are the highlights of what I wore during the month of October. I would love to know what you've been wearing. I find myself now gravitating towards a lot of the same things, which I kind of think is nice. It feels good to like sometimes like have the things that I know like, these really work for me. These products like really look good on me. But it is also nice to try some new things. So this time of year is a tough one with the holiday collections and Black Friday coming. So I'd love to know, like, where are you in your makeup life? Are you just not buying anything right now? Are you enjoying your collection? Are you shopping the Sephora sale? Are you waiting for Black Friday? Are you just on chill? Let me know. You know, I like to continue talking about makeup in the comments. So I will see you there. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I do hope this was therapy for you. You know what always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Huh? Y'all should use the bathroom. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Go blow up your ego.